Welcome to today's lesson. Today we are going to talk about pragmatics, the fascinating study of how we interpret meaning beyond the literal meanings of words. So, have you ever been in a conversation where someone says one thing but means something entirely different? That's where pragmatics comes into play. So, in this lesson, we'll explore what pragmatics is and why it is important, the role of context in shaping meaning, speech acts, the power of applicature, presupposition, and finally, pragmatic failures. Now, let's dive in. Let's start with the basics. So, what is pragmatics? Pragmatics is the branch of linguistics that studies how meaning is constructed and interpreted in context. It goes beyond the literal meaning of words and examines how language is used in real-life situations. Pragmatic focuses on how meaning shifts based on the situation. And why do you think it is important to study pragmatics? First, it helps to avoid misunderstandings in communication. Second, it allows speakers to express implied meanings. And lastly, it is essential for effective social interactions. Context is everything in pragmatics. Without it, we might completely misunderstand someone's message. So context, it refers to the background information that helps determine meaning in communication. There are three main types. The first one is the linguistic context. It means the surrounding words influence meaning. Let's have this sentence as an example. I saw a bat. Is it an animal or a baseball bat? Well, it depends on the sentence and the context. Next is the situational context. It is the physical environment that affects interpretation. Example, if a teacher says, "Turn it off" in class, the student knows it refers to their phone, not the lights. The social context. So social context, the relationship between speakers matters. Example, saying, "What's up?" to a friend is fine, but to a professor, it may be inappropriate. Let's talk about speech acts, which is developed by J.L. Austin and expanded by John Searle. So, what are speech acts? Speech acts are actions performed through language, such as making requests, giving orders, or apologizing. So there are three types of speech acts. First one, the locutionary act. What is said? For example, the door is open. It is just a simple statement. So this is the locutionary act. It's simply stating a fact. Next one, we have illocutionary act. What is meant? Example, the door is open. It could mean please close it, or it could imply please close it. Again, this is illocutionary act. Next, and the third type is the perlocutionary act, the effect on the listener. Example, the listener actually closes the door. Let's proceed to 5 categories of speech acts by Searle in 1975. So Searle categorized speech acts into 5 types. First is the assertive. It is stating a fact. Example, the sun rises in the east. Next type is directive. It's requesting or ordering. Example, please open the window. You're simply requesting or ordering. It is directive. Next type is commissive. It's making a promise. Example, I will help you tomorrow. This is an example of making a promise. It is commissive. Next, we have expressive. Simply expressing feelings. For instance, I'm so sorry for being late. You're simply expressing feelings. This is expressive. And last but not the least is declarative. It is changing reality. Example, I pronounce you husband and wife. It is declarative. Up is implicature. This is crisis maxims of conversational cooperation. So, what is implicature? Implicature occurs when a speaker implies something without stating it directly. Let's have this conversation as an example. Person A, are you going to the party? Person B, I have an exam tomorrow. The implicature here is that B is likely not attending, even though they didn't say no. So this is what we mean by implicature. Let's talk about presupposition. Presupposition is an implicit assumption in a statement that must be true for the sentence to make sense. Now let's have this as an example. My brother is coming tomorrow. Presupposes the speaker has a brother. So the presupposition here is the speaker has a brother. So why is it important? Why is presupposition important? First, it helps speakers communicate efficiently and can lead to misunderstandings if assumptions are incorrect. Now let's talk about pragmatic failures and miscommunication. So, pragmatic failure happens when language users misinterpret meanings due to cultural differences, lack of context, or incorrect assumptions. One example here of cultural differences: in Western culture, saying, "Come to my house anytime," may just be polite. But in some Asian cultures, the listener may take it literally and show up unannounced. Next is the formality differences. A student says to a teacher, "Give me your pen," instead of, "May I borrow your pen?" This directness may sound rude, which can lead to pragmatic failures. Next, translation issues. A non-native English speaker might say, "You are fat," intending to make an observation, but in English, this is impolite, which can result to pragmatic failures. So, in conclusion, pragmatics is essential for understanding how meaning works in real-world conversations. By mastering context, speech acts, implicature, and preposition, we become better communicators. Whether in daily life, literature, or AI, pragmatics plays a key role in interpreting meaning beyond words. So that's pragmatics in action, helping us interpret meaning beyond words. Thanks for listening, and see you on the next lesson.